Welcome to day 3 of my 30-day Facebook Live challenge. And I want to dive into the power of wealth circulation. And this is one of the core identities that we talk about as Blue Zone leaders is beginning to not just think about wealth generation, right? Something that, many people talk about, right? How can you earn more and get more money and all those things, which is all fine. There's no shortage of money, right? We get to begin to live in an abundant world. And I think there's an identity beyond wealth generation, which is what we call wealth circulation, right? So if you commit to being a wealth circulator, you're someone who realizes, not only can I be a conduit for money to land on me, but I can now be a channel for that money to go where it can make other people's lives better, right? And so obviously you get to take care of yourself, you get to take care of your family, you get to, be able to start injecting money and resources into your communities. Like in my case, there's it's been one of the greatest joys in my life that I can begin to, behind the scenes, nobody ever sees this, be able to hand piles of money to people that are going through a tough time, right? Friends, family members, and just be able to gift them, surprise them with a little something, right? And so the concept of being a wealth circulator, I truly believe is one of the greatest identities for those of us who actually care about doing our best to create impact during our lifetimes, right? And you hear a lot of people talking a really big game, but you'll notice, and I want you to listen for these people out there, right? They're talking about making tons of impact, and at the same time, they're just talking about how much money they make, right? Do you hear that? Right? Like, yes, we live abundantly. Yes, we've done really well. And yes, after 20 years and trying to grow impact-driven businesses, I finally cracked the code and we built a 7-figure business and all those wonderful things. But what I'm way more proud about is that last year was not only our first year doing 7 figures as a company in my career, but last year was also the first year where 7 figures channeled to other people. Really take that in, right? That literally, I mean, it's been a dream of mine. I don't even think I realized this dream, right? But to begin to be someone who could actually funnel over $1 million to other humans so they could take care of their families and provide for their families and create opportunities and maybe better schools or clothing, food, whatever it was that would help them create a dreamier existence. I know that I was a little bit part of that, right? And it just feels good. It feels good to circulate, right? And so there's a lot of different ways you can think about that, but to begin to just start stepping into that identity, right? And I've now had so many people, as I've started talking about being a wealth circulator more and more and more, I'm now seeing other people starting to talk about it, which is so beautiful, right? Because they're realizing, oh, wow, what a powerful identity, right? Every community, every company, every tribe, every group, every nonprofit organization needs at least one person inside of it who can be a wealth circulator. So begin to ask yourself, is that you? Is that you? Are you that hub? Are you that channel who is better able than many other people to have flows of money, be able to move through you to where the most good can occur in this world? And I know for me, and I want to be really honest, it's not actually easy to be a wealth circulator, right? If you just were to have the end of the road be at wealth generator, well, even that's not super easy, but that's doable, right? Any of you can crack the code on how to earn more, right? It's not very difficult to move someone's earning power by 6 figures a year, multiple 6 figures a year. Or even like our client Risto Kaluzma, who created a 7-figure business last year. So that's not the hard part. The hard part is when you step in and become responsible at the level of being a wealth circulator, right? Which is a much greater responsibility than just being a wealth generator, okay? Because when you start channeling being a wealth circulator, you now have a greater level of responsibility out into the world, right? You're going to start having a greater number of humans who are grateful and hopefully grateful, but certainly benefiting from what you are able to channel on their behalf. So it's not for everybody. Being a wealth circulator, it really is a pretty tall task. And the people in our Blue Zone CEO masterminds, they don't just want to get rich just for themselves. They're really looking to have more abundance flow through them so that they can also uplift the lives of others, hence our entire brand. Oh, it's right there, right there. Right? Uplift Millions, right? How do we become someone who is capable of doing that? And there's no right or wrong. I'm not shaming or saying it's, being a wealth generator is simply, that there's something wrong with it. I'm just interested in those of you out there that are listening to this and watching this and realizing, like you can jump into many masterminds that talk about wealth generation, right? And just be around the people, I'm getting rich, right? But maybe something inside you saying, I'd actually like to be around the people that want to circulate wealth. And if that sounds like you, then Blue Zone CEO Mastermind is something to begin to start thinking about, right? And this will be one of the core themes that we're talking about at Uplift Millions Live 2022, which we're going to do in July 8th through 10th. It'll be in Scottsdale. We've got a luxury resort. It's going to be amazing. 3 power pack days. That's for people who want to think about wealth circulation. So, if you're interested in this theme, I talk about it in my book. So you can click that link, upliftmillions.com/book. I think the ebook is like $3 right now, right? So either get yourself the soft cover, hardcover, or grab the ebook, and come to Uplift Millions Live 2022. It is literally the event that I would have canceled plans to be at if I wasn't myself leading it, right? It's the event that I've been dreaming up for 3 years. We've got 72 6 to 8 figure entrepreneurs who have already bought their tickets. They all know they need to be there. Like they didn't need a lot of details to be there. They just knew they needed to be there. It's going to be a multi-sensorial experience. It's going to blow your mind on how you think about impact, leadership, wealth, and energy. It's the event that I wish I had attended 20 years ago. It would have changed my entire trajectory. Plus, it's just a powerhouse room filled with badass leaders, decision makers, and entrepreneurs. So if you're that caliber, this is the room for you. If you're the caliber that likes to be in rooms where, people are just, struggle pants, stuck, not doing anything, near broke, this room is not for you. But if you know that you're the type of person that your identity is as someone who is a powerful leader and is an up and coming leader who cares about impact and making the world a better place, and you want to be in a room with 6, 7, and 8 figure leaders and entrepreneurs, then go grab your ticket. That's upliftmillions.com/2022. Upliftmillions.com/2022. Anyway, think about being a wealth circulator. Feel into that identity, and begin to define yourself a little differently, right? What would wealth circulation look like in your fullest expression? Let that begin to guide you and lead you, and see what happens in your business as a result. It was a game changer for me. All right. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow for day 4.